DRO, upgraded HBM45, milling machine. This is the digital readout we are talking about today. The Y-axis glass scale. These are cheap Chinese 5 micrometer scales. X-axis scale is mounted on the back of the table. And there's Z-axis scale, which is a bit special. The readout is the sum of this Z scale and the Quill digital readout. This is one of my DIY projects. First, the secret setup menu. Enter your preferred language and the number of axis. Then enter the resolution of each axis. Which direction is positive or negative? This is the linear compensation menu. Or non-linear. The axis type menu. Display mode, radius or diameter. RS232 is not applicable to my DRO, and some other miscellaneous settings. This is how you zero all axes at once. You can do them one by one also, of course, with the function keys. Here we have the absolute and incremental mode. You can zero one, while the other just keeps on counting. Then we have the 500 SDMs. Subdatum memory. You can use these when you have multiple vices mounted on your table, or have a feature somewhere on your workpiece that has its own datum. Then you typically give this its own SDM, so you can directly use the measurements from your drawing. With this function you can erase all SDMs at once. They are all the same now. Imperial or metric display mode. Can't get it on 0.1000. Built-in calculator. Copy the calculator value to an axis readout. And vice versa. do a calculation on that. And put it back. Leave calculator mode. The half function. You can quickly divide every readout value by 2. This function is mainly used to find the center of a feature. Find the first feature, an edge of this circle, and 0 the y-axis. Find the opposite edge. And half the result. The center is now right at 0. Grid hole pattern function. With this you can make a precision matrix of holes in any direction. Enter the size, the angle and the number of holes in X and Y. Then crank X and Y to 0 by means of the hand wheels to find the first position. Drill the hole. Press Next. Do the same for hole number 2. Press Next. Now go to hole number 4. Now we have to crank both axes to get to 0. And drill. The final hole. The famous bolt hole circle. Enter the radius, start and end angle, the number of holes, and whether we want to drill clockwise or counterclockwise. Again, crank the axis to 0. And press Next a few times. Same for a bolt hole line. This is for milling an arc in one of the 3 planes. Select a plane. Select the direction of the arc, and if we want an inner or outer arc. Enter the radius of the arc and the tool diameter. how much the third axis is allowed to advance per cut. Keep the two axes on the plane to 0 and use the third axis to mill a part of the arc. Press next and repeat until finished. Here the same procedure for a ramp on a plane. Thanks for watching.